All right, so we are with the lovely Gail Simone here in Chicago at my favorite lady-friendly comic book store, Third Coast Comics. And here she is. Just say a quick hello.
Hello, how's everyone?
Perfect
Wish
levels.
that you were here with us.
So, Gail, you've been around the block, especially with comic book ladies. And I just want to start with, what are the biggest changes you've seen? Obviously, since women in refrigerators, how has the representation of women in comics changed, and are you pleased? Have we arrived?
Well, I think there's always still work to do with a lot of different representation. But what I'm so delighted about is how many female-led comics there are out right now that are successful, and that is a huge change. And you can't deny that success speaks volumes. So, now I'm just wondering what the next one's going to be.
You know what? I keep looking for it too. I'm a writer myself, and I have to say you've inspired me with women in refrigerators, and even the stuff you did in comic resources. You're not afraid to get pointy with your words, to get attention, and to get points across, to just highlight things that are just not okay and need to change. And I just, do you think that, is, how to put this, do people ever misinterpret you for just being overly aggressive, or do you think that they just don't really understand, or they just didn't understand the severity of it?
Well, I think there's always going to be a certain percentage of people that aren't going to like what I have to say, agree with what I have to say, like me, whatever. But I just like to be honest, and when I'm talking about those kinds of things, it really is the way that I see it. It's my opinion, but of course I'm going to think I'm right.
She is always right.
And I've seen how the industry used to be and how it is now, and what I feel we still need to work on. And I'm not afraid to talk about that. And also we're always going to have people that don't want things to change, so they're going to be yelling the loudest to try to keep that from happening in whatever it is, not just comics, whatever it is. So I kind of feel like if we have a certain amount of people that are, grumbling, then we're probably doing something new, and I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that too. So yeah, you have been an inspiration. Anyone who's on LORT knows I can't not be honest. Sometimes I get a little brutal, and I think it's effective. So you're my example for that. Now you've written a lot of powerhouse leading ladies. Was there a character that you walked into and you felt an enormous amount of pressure, and how did you just plow through that?
I think if I was going to pick one character that I had some of those feelings, it would be Wonder Woman.
Lots of pressure.
But it's one of those things that no matter how much pressure or what you think the reaction may or may not be to your interpretation or whatever, I cannot think about those things while I'm writing it or figuring out the tone or the approach and those kinds of things. So you just have to kind of set your vision in your own mind and then try to move forward with that as much as you can. And I think that the pressure, sometimes we put pressure on ourselves too, and I really didn't want to do that with Wonder Woman. I felt like there'd been enough pressure, enough putting her on a pedestal, enough of that stuff, so I tried to just ignore that. And
so you can sympathize a little bit with, just coming to the big screen and jobs, so you can kind of understand the pressures of that, obviously.
Yeah, and everyone has an opinion about Wonder Woman. There's not a lot of characters that people that everyone seems to have an opinion about. So she's just one of those characters, and I think that is amazing since she's been around for,
She's a sustainable broad, built Ford tough.
Yep, exactly.
All right, well, I want to thank you so much. You're Peach, and I'm going to let you get to your fans now. And if all I need is just a picture, and then I'm going to get out of your way. So let me just stop that real quick there. Thank you so much.